answer was Halo Combat Evolved. Congratulations, you just got a ticket to nothingness.
How did we get this way? Halo is one of the most iconic video games of all time. Master Chief is the mascot of a multi-billionaire company, for God's sakes. The development of Halo Combat Evolved can be traced back to 1997. Bungie started developing a game that would later become Halo. Initially it was supposed to be a strategy game, but then became a third-person shooter and finally got turned into a first-person shooter. But then, in 2000, Microsoft paused Bungie and Halo became a launch title for the Xbox in November of 2001. Talk about an horrible box art. Xbox never got big in Japan, but the box art for Halo 1 in Japan looks terrible. The game's title is just Halo, and they just blasted Master Chief from the original box art into a plain generic background. At least here in Europe and in the US we got a good box art that showcases the world of Halo. Originally, the original Xbox and Halo did pretty good at launch. Including Halo at launch was genius. It established a mascot for Xbox and made them a great competitor in the industry, even if they didn't beat the PlayStation 2. Halo Combat Evolved was a massive success. All started here, and let's see how Halo was in 2001. I'm playing the Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary version via Halo Master Chief Collection on PC, because I'm a degenerate. I love this loading screen for many reasons. One of the best musics of all time, an iconic wallpaper from the 2000s Windows XP. The story of Halo 1 takes place in the 26th century. A super soldier called Master Chief, his virtual girlfriend Cortana, and the Space Federation are trying to uncover the secrets of the ring world, Halo. Should have chosen a better name. While that happens, they commit murder on the Covenant, the main baddies of Halo 1. They're aliens but tactical with some metal parts and plasma rifles. Master Chief controls are stellar for an FPS game. The only thing that bothers me is that I can't hold more than 2 weapons, and that's what makes Doom far superior than Halo. For someone that wasn't a Halo player until playing this recently, this is an awesome beginning and a great introduction of everything this game has to offer. But one of the most iconic moments of Halo 1 is when we put our feet for the first time in the Halo. It's amazing that we went from an intense action sequence with the alien invasion on the Pillar of Autumn to a completely vast grassland. This is where it becomes fun. Running out some aliens with a Warthog is awesome. The weapons in this game are good, unless there isn't an actual bad weapon, they're all useful. I think my least favorite one is the needle rifle. You get it by killing the minion aliens and it shoots some stupid fast needles that cause a little explosion after it reaches the target. But I think it's still an awesome one. Probably my favorite is the shotgun. It has less ammo, but it's no doubt the one I used the most. But instead of using it to shoot something, I used it to beat the little flood aliens that appear later in the game. The Flood are the secondary antagonists of this game. They're the yellow version of zombies. Some soldiers and Covenants are infected by them, and you face off against them. They're stronger and more resistant than normal Covenant, but oddly fast to kill. Probably my favorite mission is the 7th one, the library. This mission is fun because you're basically on a killing spree on the Floods. It's a really fun mission, but kinda tough. Some people don't like this level, and I get why. It doesn't lean into story that much and it's kinda boring and dark on the original Xbox version, but I like it. It's a little nod to the classic FPS shooters like Doom and Wolfenstein. The worst one was the swamp. I didn't like mission 9. It was in a swamp and those things were killing me constantly. We have to admire the variety of vehicles Master Chief has. A Warthog, the Scorpion, which is a tank, the Ghost, a fast attack vehicle that is fun to control and my favorite vehicle in Halo 1, and the Banshee. It's the Ghost, but it can fly. Everything I'm talking about now has been mostly positive, but the thing I hated the most about this game, and I know some people will disagree, is that I hate how this game ends. I'm not a fan of the escape sequence in the end. I wasn't expecting it at all and I hated it. I was so disappointed. But the way the story concludes is okay and it builds for the sequel from 2004, Halo 2. Halo Combat Evolved also had an online mode. I think that's common knowledge that Halo has online, but this was the first, and I don't know if it's bad or not, I haven't played it. It's odd that the first games that come to my head when I hear online PC games from the early 2000s, I think the original Counter-Strike and Halo Combat Evolved. The online of Halo is so iconic to PC and console gaming. Halo Combat Evolved is an all-round fun game. The story was kinda meh, but the gameplay is fun and it's a replayable experience that I might do sometime. It's the kind of game that you turn off the volume and put some random 8-hour background video, and believe me, I actually heard an entire 8-hour video while playing Halo 1, and that made the experience more entertaining.
My original plan was to talk about Halo 1 for 8 hours, but it appears that only past 6 minutes. Let's stick to the original plan and continue my review of Halo Combat Evolved. Many people will hate me, but Cortana is extremely overrated and bull character.